Hey, it's Dr. Amatma. In this video, I'm going to go over why most conventional fertility methods may not be as effective as most people think, as well as what factors may be contributing to infertility or subfertility, and also give you the best tips to support healthy baby making. I'll also talk about what it's like to work with me so you can decide if working together is the best fit for you. I'd like to start by telling you a little more about me and my background. I am a naturopathic doctor and naturopathic endocrinologist with a master's degree in nutrition, and I have over 10 years of experience practicing medicine. Oakland Magazine awarded me the best alternative medicine practitioner, and I'm also the #1 Amazon best-selling author of Fertility Secrets: What Your Doctor Didn't Tell You About Baby Making. My practice specializes solely on fertility, pregnancy, and postpartum, and I work locally in the Bay Area as well as virtually with clients all over the world. Now, you may be aware that there is a steady decline in male and female infertility in the US as well as globally. In fact, if you look at official reports on the CDC website, fertility has been decreasing in the United States every year for the last 17 years in a row. What is happening to our fertility? Well, some of this decline is because modern couples are choosing to have fewer children. Couples are also waiting till later in life to have a baby, and research shows it's getting harder and harder for them to get pregnant when they are ready. 1 in 6 couples under the age of 35 are struggling with infertility. As a result, millions of couples are turning to IVF and other assisted technologies to help with their fertility problems. Years ago, when I saw the research on these treatments, I found some facts that really concerned me. First, I found that the success rates of IVF are not as high as people think. In fact, in order to get decent success rates, you have to do a minimum of 3 and as many as 9 cycles. Keep in mind, each of these cycles will cost you $10,000 to $20,000 or more, and the average being closer to $20,000, which means you could end up spending $30,000 to $120,000 or more on IVF without any guarantee of success. Looking at the official IVF results on the CDC website, we see only 36% of IVF cycles being successful for women under 35, and those numbers drop to 30% between the ages of 35 and 37, and furthermore drop to 22% between 38 and 40, and 12% or lower over the age of 41. Imagine paying $100,000 for such low success rates, in addition to overwhelming your body with strong drugs and hormones. When I saw these numbers, I understood why so many patients were coming to me to see if I had a better way to help them become pregnant and have a healthy baby. Because I was so passionate with helping my patients find a better way, I became obsessed with becoming an expert on the latest fertility research, particularly the latest research on the most effective natural medicine treatments that would help my patients become pregnant naturally. I studied the fertility research day and night, and what I found really surprised me. There are multiple natural medicine treatments that can potentially increase fertility from 10 to 50%. Finding this research was very exciting for me, but it was also missing something very important. I wasn't finding any doctors who specialize in holistic fertility who were combining the most effective treatments into one powerful system, where the best fertility treatments would work together synergistically to dramatically increase fertility. I was actually at a retreat meditating when I realized this. I had a powerful calling that this is what I was meant to do. You see, most naturopathic doctors do not specialize in fertility, pregnancy, or postpartum. They also lack the scientific evidence to back up their treatments, and that means they don't get consistent results. That means if you go to most naturopathic doctors, you'll likely get a cookie-cutter protocol without proof of it actually working. You'll most likely visit the doctor 3 to 4 times over 6 months, and you'll receive maybe 2 to 4 hours of personalized attention from the doctor. Because of this, many people who try naturopathic doctors eventually give up and try IVF. However, there's a much better way. I call the breakthrough I discovered at that meditation retreat the Fertility Success System. This is my proven fertility system that is 100% focused on fertility. There are 4 parts to this system. The the first of which I call the Discover. In my experience, a lot of doctors use a cookie-cutter approach to fertility, but your body, your history, and your fertility issues are unique to you. So to help you get pregnant naturally and have a healthy baby, we need to create a unique fertility plan that is custom designed just for you. To do this, I created a comprehensive fertility diagnostic system that uses more than 400 important questions about your body and your history to determine your unique fertility profile. After your profile is completed, we use it to order advanced functional medicine lab tests to create a fertility protocol that is custom designed for your body. The second part of my fertility success system is called Detox. You see, there's a clear link between environmental toxins and serious fertility problems. Here is a quote from Dr. Joseph Pizzorno, who I trained with personally. An increasing number of couples, especially in industrialized countries, are finding conception more difficult and damaged babies more common. The research is quite clear that metals and chemicals in the air, food, water, and health and beauty aids are damaging fertility in many ways. The toxicants are causing men to experience relentlessly decreasing sperm counts and function, while women are suffering progressively worse anovulation, implantation, and loss of fetal viability. I completely agree with Dr. Pizzorno on this. The research is clear on how toxins are reducing fertility. For example, women with the highest PCB toxins have a serious 50% decrease in their ability to get pregnant, and if they get pregnant, they are much more likely to miscarry. Men with the highest levels of pesticide have a 49% lower sperm count. In women undergoing IVF, those with the highest BPA levels were 211% more likely to have implantation failure. And in a large US study of 501 infertile couples, a significant association was found between infertility and heavy metal toxicity. Air pollution is also a major factor. The closer a woman lives near a highway, the higher the rate of her infertility. Even brief exposure to elevated levels of air pollution increase the rate of miscarriage. Study after study clearly shows how environmental toxins are decreasing fertility, which enter our bodies through a variety of sources. Exposure to toxins is such a problem, we are even seeing it in newborn babies. One study found a total of 287 different industrial chemicals and pollutants in the umbilical cord of newborn babies. 100 of these toxins are known to cause cancer in humans. 217 are toxic to the brain and nervous system. 208 cause birth defects or abnormal development in animal studies. This is why, in my experience, detoxification is such an important part of your fertility plan. Potentially reducing your baby's exposure to this complex mix of dangerous toxins is one of the best gifts you could give your baby. The third focus of the fertility success system is rebalance. To help you rebalance your body for optimal fertility, we need to care for your fertility triangle, your hormones, gut health, and cellular function. To rebalance your hormones, we'll use a very specific temperature charting protocol that I've created to help your body naturally achieve peak hormone fertility. Your hormones naturally fluctuate, and as you undergo treatment, the goal is to balance your hormones toward optimal fertility. Having a trained fertility doctor like me monitoring your temperature charts at every step of your treatment process is one of the best ways to make sure that your treatment plan is on track and your hormones are moving toward fertility success. The second critical part of the fertility triangle is your gut health. Naturopathic medicine has suggested over the centuries that the root of all illness is within the gut. In this case, for fertility, the latest studies suggest that intestinal inflammation and permeability issues can very likely lead to inflammation in the uterus and decrease the quality of eggs. Healing the gut is essential in optimizing your fertility. Finally, I want to talk about the third aspect of the fertility triangle, which is your cellular function. I use 3 different treatments that impact the healthy functionality of your cells. The first is cold laser therapy. We are the only clinic in the United States that uses cold laser therapy, which has been discovered to help with egg quality and uterine quality. There was an impressive research study conducted in Japan that treated women with severe infertility. The average age of the study of participants was 39, and all of the women had tried IVF with no success. On average, they had been fertile for 9 years. But after being treated with cold laser therapy, 22% of the women became pregnant. The success of the study led to another study in which women were suffering from infertility for at least 4 years, and once again, there was a 22% success rate. This is really impressive because nothing else worked on the women until they tried the cold laser therapy. One theory of why cold laser therapy works has to do with the power plants of our cells, the mitochondria. They convert food into ATP that provides energy to all our cellular processes. Eggs have about 200 times more mitochondria than any other cell because they use tremendous amounts of energy as they are developing. Egg cells in older women have about 75% less ATP than younger women. This decrease in ATP and egg cell energy is thought to significantly decrease fertility as women get older. Cold laser therapy may be able to turn back the clock by stimulating the mitochondria to produce more ATP, giving your egg cells more energy for a successful pregnancy. I am a big believer in its ability to increase your fertility after using it with a majority of my patients. Another way that I treat cellular function is a treatment called gynovisceral manipulation, which uses a medical massage and positioning technique to restore mobility and blood flow to the uterus and ovaries. In my experience, many women who have trouble getting pregnant have a lack of mobility in their pelvis and reproductive organs. This can cause poor positioning of the uterus and ovaries and poor blood flow. In my medical opinion, this can make it very difficult to get pregnant. In our practice, we use gynovisceral manipulation to restore the natural positioning of your uterus and ovaries to increase the blood flow that you need for successful pregnancy. I have received excellent results with this treatment, and it is supported by some impressive clinical research. In one study, it achieved higher pregnancy success rates than IVF. This is really impressive for an all-natural treatment with no side effects. Lastly, I take a look at your nutrition, including recommending foods and supplements that can help increase your chances for fertility success. Here too, it's important to note that there is no cookie-cutter food, diet, or supplements even that are recommended for everyone. It really does need to be customized for your body in order to help optimize your fertility. The final stage of my fertility success system is what I call Receive. This is the mind-body part of the program, and it is just as important to your fertility as the other treatments. Several studies have found a link between women's day-to-day stress levels and a lower chance to get pregnant. For example, researchers at the National Institute of Health found that women with the highest levels of alpha amylase, an enzyme that marks stress, had a 12% reduction in getting pregnant each cycle. And research from the University of California, San Diego found an even bigger link with women who were trying to get pregnant through assisted reproductive technologies and their mindset. Women who reported more negative emotions at the beginning of their cycle were 93% less likely to have a baby than women who were more positive. This is why the Receive portion of my fertility system is so important. To help my patients adapt and respond to stress in a healthy way, I treat my patients with a special form of neuromuscular biofeedback technique called body talk. In my experience, this is the fastest way to help you develop a healthy stress response and create powerful positive emotions about becoming pregnant. And if you're open to it, I also work with you to develop a deep spiritual connection with your body and feminine energy in the receive portion of the program. When I first start working with them, so many of my patients are obsessed with how their body isn't working. In our Western culture, we have a tendency to approach fertility in a very masculine way, where we see our body as a problem that needs to be fixed. In the receive portion of the program, I work with you to shift away from the masculine towards a more powerful feminine approach where you can trust your body again. I want you to experience on a deep level that your body knows what to do, and it is full of the feminine intelligence and feminine energy that you need to receive a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. Now, as you can see, I'm very different from 99% of naturopathic doctors because of my fertility success system, which is focused exclusively on fertility. And because I spend all my time helping my patients become pregnant and having healthy babies, and that's pretty much the only thing I do, I am getting amazing results for my patients. And when you work with us, you get 30 hours of customized fertility care from our licensed doctors. That's 10 times more doctor support than you would get anywhere else. So to sum it all up for you, in my fertility success system, not only do you get 30 hours of customized care, but you also get my fertility diagnostic system to determine your unique fertility profile, a customized detox plan, customized hormone balancing, advanced temperature testing, a custom gut health plan, your own nutritional plan along with supplements, fertility laser treatments, gynovisceral manipulation, and neuromuscular feedback. All of these fertility treatments and tools are effective on their own, but the real results come when they are combined together into one system. Using my fertility success system to help my patients have healthy, happy babies is my greatest joy in life. Because I've been practicing medicine for over 10 years, specializing in women's health and fertility, I have an amazing collection of success stories and beautiful baby photos from my happy patients. Whenever I see one of my patients' ultrasound photos or I see their new baby photos, I feel so blessed and grateful that I get to be a part of welcoming these beautiful babies into the world. Helping women and couples to use science-based holistic fertility methods to have healthy babies is my life's purpose and mission. I would love for you and your family to be my next success story. If you are ready to work with me, just click reply to this email and let us know you're ready. And if you have any more questions, feel free to email us. I look forward to talking to you soon, and I absolutely look forward to supporting you to fertility success.